Sorry, I am coming through, right? Oh, yeah, sorry. I can barely hear anything through these headphones, sorry. Thank you. All right. Signing in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Retro Tracks won the bid war, so we're going to do those tracks. So we're going to start with Moo Moo Meadows, and it's from the Wii version of the game. Mario Kart Wii, sorry. And so the reason why I really like Luigi over the other characters as of recently, this is like a recent change as well. It's mainly because in Deluxe, the mini turbo stat of in the game is really OP. Like both the rate it charges and the amount of boost you get from the mini turbo is really powerful. There's also 2 items, which is one of the most obvious differences in Deluxe.
So what we trying to do here is manipulate the item so she has a coin in her first item box and have a item in her second box, destroy a red shell or blue shell, so forth. She would want to try and manipulate it to get a horn from the item boxes. Horn is very useful for destroying blue shells in first place.
Unless the lightning happens, which seems to always happen more often than not. Also, as an extra little donation thing, is I would like donate for every lightning bolt that actually hits me. So that's like $1.
$1.
And I hope like people would actually like jump on board with that, because it's just $1 for each lightning bolt over 16 tracks.
I'll keep a count for it.
Thanks.
Jeez, getting some air there.
So this is the GBA Mario Circuit. This is probably one of my favorite tracks in the retro section, mainly because you can go really fast and there's a cool little shortcut that you can do that I really like. Oh wow, thank you, Bowser.
Bowser's being a bully.
Yeah, so because I'm playing a lighter weight character, I can get very much bullied by Bowser here.
Heavyweight characters have a more tendency to push lighter weight characters away.
And that's the little shortcut I like doing. It's really nice to like just cut the corner. I also must mention with the item boxes in the game, you're not allowed to get like two coin items. You don't like get 2 coin items at all.
Wait.
Which is why I'm allowed to like manipulate a second item that protects me.
It's 2. Yeah. And that's bad luck. Very bad luck.
Very bad luck. Oh goodness.
At least the iframes came in handy.
Yeah. So a recent patch came out for this game where the invisibility frames have increased by about 1 or 2 seconds, which is nice for not getting wombo comboed as much, but it still happens.
So what you saw back there is you got hit by a red shell and a blue shell. Yep, go for donations.
Just before the end of the last one, we had $10 from Unknown that said Green Plumber in all caps. Thank you.
I'm very proud of you guys for getting Green Plumber up there.
Yeah, and thank you for like the generous donators who also contributed to both Luigi and King Boo and towards the tracks as well. The money's all going to a good cause, so no matter like who won the bid war, like Child's Play is going to win. So that's really amazing. So in Cheap Cheap Beach, I would like to get past Mr. Krabs here. Unfortunately, I wasn't like fast enough to get past, like get into like a little crevice between him and the
through the
black
rough part
stuff.
and the sand and the water.
Yeah.
If you're fast enough, you can just stay on the sand and not get on the rough patch underwater and maintain your speed. Also note to the fact in 200cc for the Deluxe version, you can actually outrun red shells and blue shells if you're fast enough, and maintain your top speed.
Yes, but that that is like how can I describe it? It's
free.
Oh my goodness, getting lightning bolt every track. Anyway, so, but Outrunning Blue Shells is completely how to describe it? It's circumstantial. It depends on the track and how many coins you have at the time.
I gotta say, Cheap Cheap Beach is one of my favorite courses, especially from the DS.
Oh, there's a track from the DS I like a bit later in Retro. Oh, there's another blue shell incoming. Nice.
So I have to ask, if you get hit by lightning when you just finish the third lap, does that still count or not?
No. Not when it's after the finish line, no.
No.
So, Toad's Turnpike is probably the easiest track you can outrun a blue shell in, as mentioned earlier. And this is also one of the tracks that we definitely know that inside drifting bikes are faster on. The world record for time trials is like a 1:13, I think, last I checked.
I'm not sure what the world
Yeah.
record is.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool that there is a track where, like, it's shown through time trials and stuff where, like, my vehicle preference is mostly preferred.
But mainly on this track, you just drift inwards as close as you can to the railing. As fast as possible to get around the course. Also avoid the cars and such. You reckon you can outrun this one?
Maybe. Oh, I took too long around that corner. I should have actually let go a little bit earlier and then I could have outrun it. It's a little bit harder with Luigi, who's a bit lightweight, but if I had like King Boo or Mel Mario, I could have done it a little bit easier. But that's okay. So, Dry Desert is... It's a map full of, how can I describe it? Hazards and stuff. I usually do this on the first lap just to circumvent the ramp that comes in the second lap.
What you can do across that small patch of sand there is just pretty much jump over it. It's faster than actually zigzagging through the course. But yeah, this course, I find it slightly a bit long, and there's a few turns that you need to make sure you get them tightly. You got to watch out for the pokies as well. Pokies can sometimes be in the wrong place when you go over this jump here.
That's four.
That's one lining at least every course.
Except Toad's Turnpike. Toad's Turnpike
Oh,
is nice.
except for Toads. That's right.
So sometimes when lightnings do strike, the AI who have held onto mushrooms, they actually let go of them, and you can actually just collect them off the ground.
So sometimes you'll find triple mushrooms on the ground sometimes, and if they're placed in the right position,
that's a
5.
double lightning. Wow.
If the mushrooms are placed in the right position, you can skip across some parts of the course, but only if you're lucky enough. And again, Mario Kart 8 is very heavy RNG related. Like, you can lose runs very simply just by red shells or blue shells, even bananas if you run into it sometimes.
Yeah, and Donut Plains is one of those tracks where you don't have a lot of opportunity to collect items in order to protect yourself. So these batch of items are the only batch of items I'm going to collect during this track. As the next batch of items, which is around the corner, I'm going to skip with a shortcut.
We got a blue shell incoming.
Great.
Ah.
So the Super Horn's rate of appearance is very low.
Oh, that's
So,
instability frames there again.
Yep.
So instead of taking 2 hits, you only took 1 hit. The invisibility frames will last long enough for the blue shell to commence, but not take any damage from it. So, who would you say your favorite character is out of Mario Kart 8?
Oh, just in general?
In general.
I like playing as Link.
Link. What about your kart setup?
I don't really use a different kart setup, I just use my speedrun kart setup.
Well, I suppose it goes fastest. I'm sure a lot of people here remember the
Royal
old
Raceway.
Royal Raceway from Nintendo 64. One of the best courses that I remember. Do you want to explain the differences between the boost speeds?
Oh yeah, I've forgotten to go over the topic about really important in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, one of the biggest differences between the original OG8 and this Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is that we have a third tier mini turbo. So as you can see, the whoa,
6.
as you can see, my drifts can go up to a purple drift, which is a third tier of drift. And basically that only makes the Super Mini Turbo last for a second longer. But it does make a huge difference in some of these corners where I won't slow down until I actually turn the corner, which is great. And it does like make the run faster.
There's also a slight increased speed in 200cc for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Alright, DK Jungle. DK Jungle, it's very easy to get away from the NPCs on this course, so it's not extremely likely that you'll get many red shells for this course, but possible for lots of blue shells.
Oh,
watch out for that toad.
I didn't really think that Toad was going to be there.
Just jumped down in front of us.
Didn't happen in practice.
Would you like to explain the differences between speed in the air and water?
Oh yeah, so each vehicle has like yeah, they have like a speed stat and a handling stat, but most of the the stats between air and ground and water is actually hidden. You only see the ground speed on the menu, but there are like hidden stats. We have like an online source for this, which is the MK8 Deluxe Kart Builder. And that helps us determine some potential vehicle combos and character combos that may be really good for the speed run. And I really got messed up by Blooper.
I'm just glad you missed those mushrooms at the end there, when you're falling off the course there.
Also, some people may not know this, but Blooper actually makes you lose traction as well as cover your screen with ink. How many lightnings is that?
That's 8.
8?
That's 8 lightnings at the moment. We've got 2 this course and a couple of other courses.
So, as you may have noticed, most of these retro tracks have been straightforward so far, but starting from Wario Stadium, it starts to get a little bit more difficult. So, Wario Stadium is a very curvy track, and there's lots of chances for you to hit hazards or collide into walls, or Bowser almost hitting me, but... But done correctly, you can go through this track really quickly.
Though that this course has many turns and such, you just gotta dodge what you can from the fireballs. What was I gonna say? Explain the new item about the Boo.
Oh yeah, so Boo is a new thing in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. He basically steals the item in the first slot only, and he also there can only be like 1 Boo on the field at a time, so there can't be like two people with Boo. There can only be like 1 Boo.
So the Boo will only steal an item from the first.
I already explained that.
Yeah, from the first box. So.
Aeon
wouldn't want to get a horn in her second item box, if possible. So just in case the Boo steals it, there's still a chance to save it for a blue shell later on.
Or just any item in my first slot, really. That's not a coin. So the one big thing about Sherbet Land is I want to avoid the pools of shame. They're actually, because water speed is slower than ground speed on this level, especially when you're going along the ice. This means that I would rather avoid the pools, and also if I can avoid the snow, I will, going around the corners there. Because snow can actually slow you down slightly if I kick it. Yeah. So snow can slow you down.
Another Boo.
I got caught in the snow. That's my bad. Goodness, he's loving seeing my items today as well.
I believe that's 10 lightnings now.
thought it was 9.
I think we lost count.
So Melody Motorway, or otherwise known as Music Park in the US, it's definitely one of the harder tracks in retro tracks. So one of the things that is different is that we can do an Ultra Mini Turbo around this corner. Although some kart users opt to use a double Super Mini Turbo. And as far as I know, no runner dares to not use the, doesn't dare to go to the non-flight pad path, because going on the ground with those notes and them like jumping about is very dangerous, especially because the fastest path is where they would stomp on you.
Donation time?
We have $10 from Tofu Boy 1986. Says, great to see Mario Kart 8 Deluxe represented here at PAX. Keep up the fantastic work, Aeon.
So one thing when you're struck by lightning as well, when you're in the air, you actually move faster when you're on the ground as you're shrunk. So when you're struck by lightning, it's more advantageous to actually be in the air.
Blue shell incoming. Ah. Right off the edge.
So I believe the next track is Yoshi Valley, if I'm remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. So Yoshi Valley is one of my favorite tracks in the retro track section, mainly because you can chain a lot of double items boxes very easily. And also the multiple paths allow you to potentially avoid getting hit by blue shells. So you can use that to your advantage as well.
It's possible for blue shell to just bypass you on this course.
So just real quick, we have been given a donation from 2 enforcers. So we have received a $400 donation from the enforcers, and they've said raise a riot, which I believe is a tribute to a enforcer or manager. But that also puts us over the 3K mark, which is phenomenal. Thank you all very much for your generous contributions to the cause.
Alright, so we're through 12 tracks and we're going pretty well, but the last cup in the retro tracks is probably considered one of the most difficult cups in the whole game. So first is Ticktock Clock, and this is probably, I absolutely love the deluxe version of Ticktock Clock, mainly because you can use a lot of Ultra Mini Turbos and obviously some really cool shortcut. There's a really cool shortcut. So one of the things here is I don't use the flight pad here. That actually makes you go slower. And I've already collected my 10 coins, which I forgot to go over where coins still increase your speed. So for each 1 coin that you collect, increases your speed by 1%, and you can hold the maximum of 10 coins. Wow, I've threaded both the item boxes, that's great. You don't want to miss an item box, otherwise you can easily get hit by the AI between sections. Also, I love this shortcut. You use the hands of the clock. Also, unfortunately, unlike the DS version, the gears do not make you go faster. Oh, okay. I thought I could thread through that. No, I can't take that shortcut. There's a really insane shortcut you can do with the hands. You bounce between the hands and you may go over the finish line, but that's a very advanced shortcut.
Very good track otherwise.
Yeah, that was very smooth actually. So the next track is Piranha Plant Pipeway, or Piranha Plant Slide as it's known in the US. So this track has mostly got streaming water, and that makes you go faster, which is good, but it also makes you go out of control unless Peach hits you with a red shell.
Also those NPCs.
Yeah.
Getting those red shells straight up.
So this, yeah.
Almost
So
made it.
that first, so because airspeed has been nerfed in this game because they wanted to prevent fire hopping in 150cc, it also makes that shortcut very hard to make on the first lap unless you have like a coin or two. Oh, it's not a shortcut, it's more like go up on the upper path, but it's faster to go up on that path.
It's easier to make that jump if you have at least 3-4 coins.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Nice.
13. I would like to say that this course is one of my favorite designs out of the whole Mario Kart game. I just like the design of this game. The design of this course is far out of more of the others.
Well, I couldn't use that mushroom maybe, I don't know.
Oh!
Oh! So if
so close.
So there was one time where I actually managed to avoid a blue shell using a mushroom on the ground. It was kind of insane when it did happen.
So it is possible to avoid blue shells by using a mushroom at the right time to avoid its blast.
But because it's on the ground, you can't really control like when you exactly hit it.
Yeah. Another blue shell.
Jeez, this is vicious. I won't be able to outrun it because I'm going around this corner.
That course was a bit rough.
Yeah, it was.
2 blue shells and lightning.
I had worse luck.
Alright, next is Grumble Volcano. Throughout this course, parts of the stage fall down, so it's a bit easier to fall off that way. So you just gotta be careful for how you drive.
Yeah, but it only affects you on the 3rd lap for 200cc. On 150cc and lower, I believe it starts affecting you on the 2nd lap. Jesus, Link. Please.
Link's
Oh,
bringing
he's
it
got a
forward
red
now.
shell too.
It's alright, got a green shell.
Oh, I let go of that too early. I double tapped that. So it's very easy to double tap your items if you're not very...
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness. Thank goodness for invincibility frames because I only got hit by one of those things. Or technically, yeah, one of those things, which was like the lightning. So
Mario Kart 8 can be very brutal sometimes.
Yeah, if this was like on the older patch, I would have got hit by like at least 2 of those.
As you notice now on this stage, part of the course has fallen off. So Aeon's just gonna be careful of, like, if she gets
Double
hit
lightning.
or looper and slides off accidentally. So that's 15 lightnings, I believe.
15, yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so the next track is the final track. So, and it's probably one of the best remade tracks in the game, or ever in the series. It's Rainbow Road, Nintendo 64 version, although it is a sectional track, not a full-fledged, you go around the whole thing once. Or 3
times.
Well, 3 times, yeah, sorry. You only go around it once.
We're only going around it once.
Yeah,
it's a sectional
so the
course.
first boost is actually RNG where it's placed. So sometimes you go left or sometimes you go right. So yeah, this is like the only sectional track in retro tracks. So I only go around this track once, but the track is divided in 3 sections to make up the 3 laps. Oh goodness, I overshot that. Thank you, Boo. Oh yeah, so time is at the end of this track. I forgot to mention that. Sorry.
Oh.
Wow, you rarely get struck by lightning in this track.
Is that 2 lightnings already or just
What's 1?
1? So 60 at the moment. Oh.
Wow, I'm going to come second. This is going to be great. What a great way to finish a run. Oh, he got hit by Blue Shell. See ya.
Time.
Time.
Good job, Aeon.
Thank you. But yeah, that was... I got hit by a lot of stuff, jeez. Guess that's Mario Kart for you. But yeah, thank you everyone for your wonderful donations, and especially that bid war between Luigi and Big King Boo again. That raised a lot of money for Child's Play, so well done everyone. So
We get another shout out for AeonFrodo. Alright. Ooh, good luck!
So we have reached the end of ASM.